Hi guys, and welcome to another GTNH weekly update video. It hasn't really been a week since the last video, but yeah, I'm just recording early because I've been working a lot on the last few days, so I have a ton of stuff to show, or at least I think I do. So I guess let's start with that. As you can see, I have here a bunch of compressed chests. These are full of resources, basically. As you guys can see, I've been mining a lot with the miners. I also had this screen here for the drill. I need to move it. Um, but yeah, I'll be doing this a bit later on because I still need to process all of this. So one of the next things I'm going to work on is the ore processing. Still not really sure where I'm going to place it. I was thinking over in this direction, probably in this area here, since I'll need a lot of space for it. But yeah, let's start with our chemical area. There are a few new machines here. These ones here and those ones. Uh, this setup here is basically for indium. Uh, I guess this is still waiting because we don't really have enough. Oh, and I also added the wireless. I crafted the universal wireless terminal as well, and have the stuff of traveling, so we can move faster basically. But yeah, this is for indium. This is level limited to 128. So basically, this will stop working when it reaches that point. But yeah, this requires this stuff, which is a little bit more annoying to get. Or at least we don't really have the ore processing set up right now, so that's why it's a bit. We have some of this, but we are not really processing it. Basically, that's what I mean. After that, we have electrolyzers. This one here basically is just for the one of the byproducts of the indium, and the one on the left is the basic one for methane to hydrogen. And yeah, and this is set up to only work if we have more than a million methane. So that's why it's stopped now. Not really sure if we need methane for anything else. I guess for the PTFE or the silicon rubber, I thought that one of those used methane. But yeah, basically I don't really want to use all of our methane, so that's why I've limited that. And on this side, I have molten polystyrene, basically. That was it. So one of our biggest changes were actually in our power processing room. I added a few more generators. I'm not really sure how many we had, but I know that I at least added this one here at the top. And I'll probably add more, like one or two more here soon. Um, yeah. For the gas turbines, I'll be also adding more of those. But yeah, our wood problem is not really fixed yet. I'm still working on it. So yeah, I still need to find kind of a solution for that. And at the same time, I'm also waiting for the better turbine materials like the HSSE. So yeah. Now, the biggest change is actually in this part. This is basically everything to build the high-octane gasoline. I was going to start with this. I'm not sure if I talked about this in the last episode, but I will go through it very quickly. This was actually my idea from the beginning. I was not going to do benzene, but yeah, I ended up doing benzene as well with the fuel. But when I saw that the OG was not really good in the current stable version, of the mod pack. I ended up deciding not to use it, but since I upgraded and the AUG was given a buff, yeah, I decided to just go for the AUG. And that's one of the reasons why I haven't really upgraded our benzene system. But yeah, one of the like bad things of using fog is that it's not really as scalable as the benzene, since we can use Excel turbines with the benzene and craft um, how is it called, nitrobenzene. But yeah, with this is not really possible. I guess there's the universal, um, yeah, the universal chemical fuel, but I'm not really sure how this works or how much energy this produces. I guess it has to produce a lot, but it is a little bit more annoying to set up because it requires the combustion promoter, which is kind of annoying to get. Oh, I'm thinking about a different thing. Okay, this is kind of easy. Um, but yeah, maybe I'll look into this just to see if it's worth it. But yeah, the combustion promoter might be a little bit annoying. But yeah, I'll go really quickly through this setup here. I built it in a way that it's easy to expand. So yeah, this is we input raw oil. We have a new pump in that direction. Of course, to all the processes, we get refinery gas. I guess this is for naphtha, which we don't have. Okay, I guess that's fine. And the light fuel, which we also don't have. I guess it's because this is empty. But yeah, the light fuel gets cracked into lightly hydrocracked light fuel. Then the naphtha comes over here and gets cracked into lightly steam cracked naphtha. And these are of course distilled. They give a bunch of outputs. And yeah, these are done so that I can add more distillation towers here. That's why they are a little bit weird. And yeah, on this side, we basically get gasoline, uh, no, raw gasoline, then gasoline, nitrous oxide here, and finally the raw gasoline. This also requires, of course, the anti-knock agent, this stuff. This is one of the more annoying parts, but since the buff, this is actually kinda easy. Basically, we take methanol and mix it with butene or butane, and this gives us these MTBE reaction mixtures for each of the ones, and we just feed it into a distillation tower, and we get our anti-knock agent and some of the stuff that we used back. So yeah, since we are getting stuff back that we used, not everything, but some of it, and yeah, it's efficient. There's also a chemical reactor recipe for this stuff, but yeah, it's not really that good, and it requires ethanol, which is not so easy to get, I think. Yeah, this is much more power vessel, as you guys can see. And the recipe with the distillation tower is much better. But yeah, having said that, let's move on. I guess we can go underground first. But yeah, here my main objective at this point is just to move as much stuff as I can to the new processing area upstairs, or at least the autographing stuff. So if I come over here, our EV machines are gone, and our HV machines are mostly gone. I'm just waiting to replace these ones with the multiple locks. So yeah, the fluid extractor we can already craft, but it will be this one is very big, so I'm still kind of trying to find a way or where to place this. The mixer I'm crafting right now, and the polarizer I already crafted, but I didn't see that we actually need iridium for the magnet, which we don't have yet. That's probably one of the next things I'm going to work on after I go through the multi-blocks. But yeah, and after that we'll basically kind of close off this space. Maybe we can use it in the future. Uh, I mean, I'm just thinking now, maybe this would be a cool place to place some stuff like our ore processing stuff. And I'm mainly saying that, oh, and I'm mainly saying that because I don't really fancy creating another one of these buildings. I was thinking of doing something here, but to be honest, I don't really want to create more buildings. And if I create a building over here, that would be a lot of cable needed to extend. So, I mean, down there as well, we'll be needing a lot of cable down there. But I don't think it will be that much of an issue. But yeah, I just came up with that idea, so we'll see, we'll see. But yeah, around these parts, I mean, I guess I moved. Oh, that's loud. I guess I moved our blast furnace and our multi smelter. I also moved or removed some of the fuel stuff here. I can actually take this down already. Um, so yeah, most of the stuff that was here, some of the fuel stuff, like I've said, yeah, it's gone now, and I just have here the instead of the sit-in boosted, I just have hog right now. Replace that. And yeah, so basically this is not really running because this is full, I think. Yeah, there is at least one of these tanks that is full that is not voiding. Um, yeah. So yeah, we still have this setup here. There are a few that I still didn't move, but there are also some that I'm not sure if will be required to move or not. I mean, of course, I'll need to move the vacuum freezer. That's one. There are a few more that I should still move, but yeah, most changes were actually done here upstairs. So we also have some EV machines. I forgot to mention, but yeah, now access to EV. Not still not the energy edge because that requires iridium, which I still don't get, still don't have. But yeah, I have here our blast furnace, which with the HSSG coils. I also upgraded the setup here for the chlorine and the hydrogen to use well this stuff here, I guess. And this is level limited, kind of. Yeah. I also have this setup here for the sodium potassium. And basically the remaining of the stuff is just for auto crafting. I guess we already had these two and the lathe. Yeah, I think I had the lathe as well. So I added the compressor, which is new multi-block, the multi-smelter, the canning machine. This is used for those which are used for the energy hatches. And yeah, on this side I also have the cutting machine. The blocks are actually different from last time. I actually, yeah, these are different as well. I guess they changed some of the GT++ textures. I think they look much better now, but yeah. And like I've said, I also crafted the um, polarizer, the multi-block polarizer, but yeah, I need the electromagnet for this to be able to work. So yeah, still don't have that yet. I have here a space. This will be for the cutting machine when we get it, and that way it actually looks symmetric, which is kind of important. But yeah, and yeah, our mixer will be coming here, and that's mainly it. Yeah, I didn't do any changes upstairs, but probably plans for the next week will be to add the remaining of the tungsten line with the tungstate, and to start on the uh, or to continue the plot line, and to do at least palladium and iridium, because those are kind of important right now. The osmium and the ruthenium and rhodium are also important, but not quite as important as iridium, because iridium gates a lot of stuff in IV. So yeah, it would be very useful to get those going. And if I recall correctly, rhodium and ruthenium are barely used in IV. I think it's just LUV materials, and the same for osmium. I don't think osmium is that much used in IV. So yeah, yeah, that's the plan for next time, next episode. I hope that I already at least started the ore processing and have the plot line running, because I'm pretty sure I'll be doing the plot line before the ore processing, at least palladium and iridium. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens. But yeah, that's basically everything for today. Hope you guys have enjoyed it, and have a nice day. Bye bye.